What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fig Heel YouTube channel, and today we're going to be unboxing the new Big Rubber Guys 1 of 500 Bloody Harley Race exclusive to WrestleCon at this year's WrestleMania. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I'm excited about this one. If you don't know, I am a huge fan of the Big Rubber Guys line. I love the LJNs as a kid, and now they're getting remade, improved, and we're getting a ton of new names. I'm loving it. I love everything about this line. And one of their recent releases was Harley Race, and now we're getting a repaint, a bloody repaint at that. And I gave this Harley Race a great review. We're going to talk about it in a second, but I got a package today from Major, including this Harley Race, but it also had this. The Amazing Spider-Man #1 variant edition official Marvel comic, and it has Brian Myers, Matt Cardona, and Mike Canick right there on the cover. Listen, these guys do it all, right? Beer, figures, wrestling. I mean, you name it, they do everything, right? But this is an insane accomplishment to get on the cover of the American Spider-Man, an iconic issue at that, and solidify yourself in comic history. I got to give them props on this. This is insane. Insane work right here. But that's not why we're here. We are here to talk about this Big Rubber Guys 1 of 500 King Harley Race. But it's not King Harley Race. This is Harley Race before King Harley Race. However, we all know about that Elite King Harley Race, right? That thing was... You want to talk about turning the collecting world upside down when the original Flashback came out? Couldn't find that anywhere. Then it got re-released, and it kind of died off in terms of lore. Then, we got this. Harley Race and the Big Rubber Guys line. I love this figure, okay? NWA champion Harley Race. Blue knee pads, blue trunks, the red, white, and blue boots. Even has the NWA Championship, which I love these title belts in the Big Rubber Guy line. Great likeness, tattoos, albeit the one tattoo was not on the bicep. It was unfortunately put on the tricep there. However, first glance, it looks like they fixed it here. So we're going to unbox this bad boy, talk about it, compare them, and see what we think of everything. First, we'll talk about this beautiful TTD artwork right there. I've said it 1,000 times. I take these placards out and I collect them. I want to make a little book of them. But on the back, it has all of the official releases right there, including the new Haku, Tama, Kerry Von Erich, and Bruiser Brody that are up for pre-order right now on collectmajor.com. I pre-ordered mine. Usually I pre-order on the first day. I think I pre-ordered on like the 5th. I don't know what was happening. I don't know. I thought I pre-ordered them. I didn't, so I had to go back on and do it. But it has a checklist for everything. We all love checklists, right? That's the collectors in us. However, I noticed, interesting enough, the Big Rubber Guys 1 of 500 Harley Race sticker is not on the outer plastic. It's on the inside. So we're going to open this up. We're going to take a look at everything. Going to compare it to the original. But actually, I'm not going to tell you what I think of it already. All right, I'm not going to tell you what I think of it already, but we will compare it, and then I will discuss that. I do notice that he's really wedged in there, so it looks like some thicker. Yeah, okay. So they were having issues with some of their packaging breaking. This is definitely thicker. Like, I got to really push to make that bend. Some of them, I was getting there a little cracked up and stuff. Doesn't matter to me because I open these, so I honestly couldn't care less. But I understand people who want to keep these mint on card. Totally get it. But personally, as a person who collects mint on card and loose figures, I do think that these present better loose, personally. Plus, man, who's got the real estate? These are massive figures. Real estate to put these in the package somewhere, that's tough. That's tough. But Here he is, and yes, already off to a good start. Check this out. The tattoo is corrected on the left bicep. He's got the forearm tat as well on both sides. And man, he is covered in blood, as he should be, just like any Harley Race match. I mean, like, you Google Harley Race bloody, you're going to find 100 pictures. But there's a couple of him in red, and I found a picture where this blood spatter that they have all over him, the pattern is almost exact to a couple pictures you'll find. In fact, there's one where he's holding the NWA championship kind of like this, holding it at his side. It's very, very cool to see. But same boots as the original in the blue, red knee pads, red trunks. So next to each other, they are going to stand out and look a lot different. A lot of blood going on here. I almost wish that the original was in red and this was in blue so that there was like a little contrast in the red. But dude, it honestly looks like he's just completely covered in blood. Check that out. It's not the same spatter, too. That's the other thing that gets me. You would think that it would just be like 2 or 3 different blood patterns. It's not. They do multiple different blood patterns here on this bad boy. I mean, this thing is sick. Even on the quads, he's got blood on the back, blood on the chest. Almost looks like a Batman symbol on the arms there, even on the back of the fist. And of course, if you're going to juice, you're not just juicing on your legs. You're not just juicing on your chest. You're not just juicing on your back. That's what she said. You're juicing on your head right there and there. His whole face is covered in crimson. Red equals green, baby, and this is no different. My man is bloody as F. Very, very cool. Love when they got the imprint on the bottom. But I'm going to take the NWA championship off of my original Harley. Right there. Holding its form. Very nice. We're going to put these side by side. I'm curious what you guys think of this. Which one do you think looks better? Honestly, I think it's a no-brainer. And I hate saying this because I know people already have the blue. I think the bloody one's better. Personally, I like the bloody one better. There's a couple reasons why. First of all, there's a few guys that you think of bloody, right? When you think of them just bloody and covered in blood, and Harley's one of them. I mean, my whole life, anytime I would see pictures of Harley Race outside of WWF, dude was like covered in blood at all times. Plus, it does come with the NWA Championship. Plus, the biggest win, that improved tat. And again, the tattoo on the original was intended to be on the bicep. They've said that. This was all just like an error in production. It's one of those things where it comes in, it's like, well, there it goes. But I want to take a look at these championships and see if there's any differences or discrepancies, and it appears not. It appears not. World's heavyweight champion. Everything looks pretty legit. Slightly different blues used on the Australia here for the new one. Plus, there's like almost like a little bit of a shine or a sheen put over it. So the strap on the new one isn't the same. So check this out. I don't even know if you're going to be able to pick this up on camera. So this one's got like a little bit of a gloss finish on it and a darker black. This is a little bit more of a matte. I do like the matte finish better, to be honest with you. I think it reminds me more of LJN's, but that's small potatoes right there. Small damn potatoes, baby. Maybe I'll make a new YouTube channel to go along with my boy Trey, and I'll just be like, My Damn Potatoes. My Damn Potatoes. That's going to be my new YouTube channel. But, dude, yeah, I dig this. And it might be a hot take, but I prefer the new one. And that's not like, I mean, these probably aren't going to make it onto the website. This is a super limited figure, 1 of 500. If they do make it onto the website, they're not going to last long. Macho didn't last long. Dusty didn't last long. In fact, I was chasing after Dusty. But one thing I want to say, and I've said this before, be careful. Take your time putting on these championships. I did do my Ric Flair championship a little bit too rough, and I kind of broke the one side strap. But that's okay because I feel there's going to be plenty of those. So it's all right. It's my fault. But yeah, take it easy on them. This looks great. I mean, it's the same mold, right? Same boots pattern. The trunks, one's blue, one's red. The blood spatter is very well done, in my opinion. but the tattoos just send it all home for me, right? The improved tattoos to me are like the biggest selling point on this. And it was the main thing that I noticed the second they showed this off, that it was going to be their WrestleCon exclusive. And that's what made me really, really need it. Since I wasn't going to Las Vegas, I was praying I was going to be able to get my hands on one. Luckily, I was able to. Really quickly, though, one thing I'm noticing, the socks do not have a blue stripe on them. So it's on the standard, it's like a red and blue stripe on the boots. This one is just a red stripe. Other than that, I don't think there's any difference in the boots. The championships are essentially the same. One's got gloss finish. One's a little bit more matte. Not Matt Cardona. I'm talking matte finish, baby. Yeah, we'll just do a little comparison of both sides. There's the right arm. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm alone here. But when I look at these, I feel like this one looks more like Harley Race solely because he's bloody. It's just what I think of. Dude was a madman, right? And he was always covered in blood. Yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it, man. I dig these. These will be available at WrestleCon, at the Major Bendies, at the Collect Major, at the Big Rubber Guys booth, whatever you call it. My man Mike Canick will be selling these. Only 500 made. It's WrestleMania season, baby. There's going to be a lot of people there. I can't guarantee these are going to make it onto the website. If they do, I would be locked in the week or two after WrestleMania, waiting for these to go up because they do not last long when they're up there. So, yeah, comment below. I'm curious, which one do you think looks better, guys? For me, as I said, it is the bloody. Curious what you guys think. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Fig Heel. Twitter is at The Fig Heel. Pick up the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia soon. Right now, we are currently completely sold out of Run 1. We are in the process of getting a second run out to the public. And honestly, we have a distribution deal going right now. We're planning to get it out to way more stores and online stores as opposed to just Amazon. So stay tuned for that. So I'm getting a lot of DMs asking how they can buy it, how you can buy it. Guys, right now we're sold out, but I promise you it will be available soon again, as well as the 2025 edition. But that's months and months and months and months and months away. So if you want one right now, just hold on. It will be available. Heelbooks.com will be updated very, very soon. So see you on the next one, guys. Thank you for joining us. Shout out to Collect Major. Make sure you pick this up if you're at WrestleCon. I think that this is going to be one that you want in your collection. A front turn. If it's not, trust me, you will get your money back on eBay. Peace, guys.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Fig Heel. Pick up my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeel. Join my official sponsor, Whatnot, at WhatHeal.com and receive $15 off your first purchase.